Adam the Ad Man Ginsberg with you from out of my head, serving up this week's pop-up news. What colors are the dress? The internet is divided in the great dress debate of 2015. Is it blue or black? Is it white or gold? The internet can't seem to decide, as the infamous dress has made the rounds, resulting in a debate over which two colors people are seeing when they look at it. This photo has gotten a lot of attention today, as people can't seem to agree on what two colors they're seeing. Is it the lighting, or are people's brains just processing the colors differently? It seems inevitable that there will be some kind of scientific explanation for why people are seeing two entirely different sets of colors. BuzzFeed gathered their own information on what might be happening here, consulting with a post-production supervisor named Ben, who believes that the people who see it as blue and black are seeing the photo at face value, while those who see the gold and white are compensating to the photo's lighting and aesthetic. 17 touching celebrity responses to Leonard Nimoy's death. Tragic news this week when beloved actor Leonard Nimoy died at age 83, and the world came together to collectively mourn the icon's passing. Nimoy, most known for his role as Spock in the Star Trek franchise, was a figure who touched and inspired many, and his legacy will forever live long and prosper. Here's 17 touching celebrity responses to Leonard Nimoy's death. William Shatner, Nimoy's longtime co-star and dear friend, opened up on the death of his colleague. "I loved him like a brother. We will all miss his humor, his talent, and his capacity to love." Patrick Stewart remembers his time with the inspirational man. "It is with sadness that I heard of Leonard Nimoy's death. I was lucky to spend many happy, inspiring hours with him. He won't be forgotten." A friendship bloomed on Star Trek Into Darkness between the original Spock and his successor, Zachary Quinto. "My heart is broken. I love you profoundly, my dear friend, and I will miss you every day." George Takei remembers his dear friend from the USS Enterprise. Quoting Nimoy, "Of all the souls I've encountered in my travels, his was the most human. Rest in peace with the stars, my dear friend." Another Star Trek star, Marina Sirtis, recalls what a true gentleman Nimoy was. "Woke up to the awful news that Leonard Nimoy passed. Rest in peace to a true gentleman. Not many of those left in our biz." Kim Cattrall remembers the man who was her mentor. "Oh, such another sleep that I might see but such another man. My mentor, champion, and friend." Will Wheaton shares his gratitude for the galaxy that Nimoy passed down. "We stood on your shoulders and wouldn't have had a galaxy to explore if you hadn't been there first. Thank you, Leonard. Rest in peace." Jonathan Frakes salutes Mr. Nimoy. "Rest in peace to the best first officer." Seth MacFarlane thanks Nimoy for his work in bringing alive one of the greatest characters in American storytelling. "Leonard Nimoy brought us one of the greatest, noblest characters in the history of American storytelling. Someone find the Genesis planet." Kevin Smith says farewell with a memorable quote. "Of all the souls I've encountered in my travels, his was the most human. Farewell, Leonard Nimoy, actor, director, pop culture icon." Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling pays tribute in her own way. Quoting Nimoy, "The miracle is this: the more we share, the more we have. Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy." Even President Obama made an official statement recalling his own admiration for Spock and the man behind the character. "I loved Spock." President Obama. And NASA recognizes Nimoy and his time with the cult classic franchise as the inspiration behind many's desire to explore space. Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy. So many of us at NASA were inspired by Star Trek. Boldly go. Specifically, Chris Hadfield, the first Canadian to walk in space, shares his gratitude. "Leonard, you lived long and prospered, and you were an inspiration to me and to millions. Rest in peace." And plenty more actors remember the lasting effects that Leonard Nimoy and Mr. Spock have had on the entertainment industry and beyond. Leonard Nimoy was more than Mr. Spock, but Mr. Spock is his gift to us all. Live long and prosper. Hank. Nathan Fillion, "I have been and always shall be your fan." Seth Green, "Well done, sir. Many thanks for all you gave us. You'll be greatly missed and forever remembered." And in Leonard Nimoy's last tweet before his passing, he reminds us that memories are what live on. So with that, our memories of him will live long and prosper. Leonard Nimoy's last tweet. A life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, except in memory. Man's obituary blames altercation with Batman as a cause of death. It is a well-known fact that Batman does not kill his enemies, but like the KG Beast, Mad Monk, Darkseid, and numerous gangsters in Detective Comics Volume 1, he once in a while finds himself the central figure in the death of another. While few can legitimately claim death by way of Batman, a recent man's obituary indeed made just that claim. Stephen Merrill, a 31-year-old Legoland retail sales clerk, recently passed away after an altercation with Batman. Don't believe me? Check out his obituary, which clearly states he met his demise after a fatal punch delivered by none other than the Caped Crusader himself. Merrill, 31, Winter Haven. Stephen Merrill, 31, passes away February 12, 2015, due to an uppercut from Batman. He was born January 28, 1984, the son of Larry Ronald Merrill and Bridget L. Dodson Merrill. He was in retail sales at the Big Shop in Legoland, Florida. In addition to his parents, Stephen is survived by his fiancée, Stephanie Vella, son Noah, and sister Kimberly. Although Batman normally squares off against only the most evil and villainous of characters like Hush and the Joker, I guess once in a while he lets a good one slip through the cracks. The loving son of Larry Ronald and Bridget Dodson Merrill, brother of Kimberly, fiancé to Stephanie Vella, and father to little Noah, was clearly that good one. According to Gawker, it was Merrill's close friend Brandon Moxham who came up with the initial idea of the Batman story due to a lack of an official cause for Merrill's sudden death. His comic suggestion was such a big hit with his good buddy's family and close friends that his father Larry immediately gave his blessing. I'm Adam Ginsberg, and that's this week's Pop-Up News.